Leo, the person on your mind is doing a very good job of pretending they don't care. Cold, distant, emotionally unavailable. If you were looking at this situation from the outside, you'd probably assume they've already moved on, that they've accepted the ending, that they're no longer interested. But that's exactly what isn't adding up, because beneath all of that distance, this person is thinking about you far more than they're willing to admit. And the more I look at this energy, the less it feels like someone letting go. And the more it feels like someone trying not to make a mistake. That's an important difference. Because this isn't someone pulling away because they don't care. This is someone pulling back because they care too much. They see you as someone worth taking seriously, someone worth investing in, someone worth building something real with. And strangely enough, that's exactly what's making them hesitate. They're being careful, calculating every move, second-guessing every decision. Almost like they're trying to find the perfect way to approach you, the perfect thing to say, the perfect moment to act. The problem? While they're busy overthinking everything, nothing is actually happening. And that silence is creating confusion. Because from your perspective, Leo, it probably feels like they're doing absolutely nothing. No clear communication, no obvious effort, no sign that they're planning to move things forward. But behind the scenes, something very different is happening. This person has been thinking about how to approach you, how to rebuild trust, how to fix what went wrong, how to avoid repeating the same mistakes that created distance between the two of you in the first place. Because one thing is very clear. There are still unresolved issues sitting between you. Old disappointments, old misunderstandings, old wounds that never fully healed. And they know they can't just show up and pretend none of it happened. What's even more interesting, they believe you're pulling away too. They see you as distant, quiet, hard to read, almost as if you've emotionally stepped back from the connection. But at the same time, they can't shake the feeling that you still care, that you still think about them. That part of you still misses them. And whether that's true or not, it's keeping them from walking away completely. So now both of you seem to be stuck in the same strange position, watching, waiting, thinking, wondering, but neither side fully stepping forward. And that's where things get interesting, because while all of this is happening, this person is trying to improve themselves, trying to become more stable, more secure, more grounded, almost like they're preparing for something important, preparing for a conversation, preparing for a second chance, preparing for an opportunity they don't want to waste. Because despite everything that's happened, they still seem to believe this story isn't over. And honestly, neither do you. You may not be chasing them. You may not be reaching out, but that doesn't mean you've closed the door. It feels more like you're waiting to see whether they're finally willing to take the lead, whether they're finally willing to show up, whether they're finally willing to prove that their feelings are real. Because at this point, words alone probably aren't enough. And deep down, they seem to understand that, which is why this energy feels less like someone leaving and more like someone building the courage to return, slowly, carefully, one step at a time. But here's what doesn't make sense. If they want you this badly, then what's the one thing they're still afraid to tell you?